Hello, my name is Sebbi, and welcome back to the coffee break in Minecraft. Today is Sunday, April 15th, 2018. I am still on my expedition with the goal to find a Mesa biome where I like to obtain a lot of rails for my future rail system, but so far I wasn't successful with my quest because I haven't found a Mesa biome yet. However, I found a ravine where a mineshaft was exposed, and so I descended into this ravine and I grabbed all the rails. I got 2 stacks, which is nice, but I really would like to have 3 stacks or even more rails for my future rail system. But yeah, I think we really have reached the point that it makes no longer sense to continue towards east, and that we should start to return back home to the home area. But I don't want to do it in a direct way. Instead of just turning around and walking the same way back home, I like to continue for one day towards north. I like to continue north and hopefully then find a Mesa biome or plenty of Mesa biomes on my way back home, because yeah, that's what I just anticipate, that on the way back home I will run into so many different Mesa biomes just because it's the way it is. And yeah, let's start with this journey back home. It would be really nice when I can find some more rails for my rail system and have at least 3 stacks or so. This would be awesome. This would be just great. So yeah, let's do this. I just finished watching the Formula 1 race, that took place in China, the Grand Prix of China, and it was exciting. It was super exciting. Oh wow, this was really a cool race. It's a little bit unfortunate that there was this incident between Verstappen and Vettel, because yeah, I think this could have been really exciting and good for the rest of the season, when Vettel would have gained a little bit more points, so that it's more exciting to see the competition evolve between Hamilton and Vettel. But yeah, I mean, it's still early. It's still the season has just begun, so there are plenty of races left, and so they can make up a lot of points. But yeah, it was exciting. It was super exciting seeing Red Bull being so fast and overtaking all the other drivers. So this was cool. This was just super awesome and super exciting. I really enjoyed this race, so it was worth watching it, and I am already excited for the next race. I mean, yeah, I'm a huge Formula 1 fan, and that's pretty cool. However, I haven't watched the race live. Basically, I watched the recorded version of it, as yeah, it happened again. It happened again. The same thing that happened to me 2 weeks ago or so, that I had to do some couch surfing. This time it was not because it was too late and there were no public transportation service operating anymore at this time. No, we really planned to be prepared for all the things that might come up, because yeah, yesterday we were invited, or well, one of my friends and colleagues invited us, that is some of more my colleagues' friends, to his apartment in order to have a barbecue evening, and it was delicious. It was super awesome. So we decided that okay, I drive us there with my car, so that we can bring all the things we wanted to bring with us over there. So some bread, some self-made salads. I made a potato salad, which was super awesome. I was really excited that the huge bowl of potato salad got emptied that evening, but yeah, that's a different story. So we really planned for a good way, or for a successful way back home, because we expected, this barbecue event might involve some alcoholic beverages, so it's pretty unlikely that I will drive back home. And in this case, we wanted to take a cab. We wanted just to order a cab and use it to get back home. But as we then wanted to go home, it was already quite late. I think it was, oh man, how was it? Was it 3 a.m.? 3:30? It definitely wasn't late. We haven't got a cab anymore, so this was a little bit unfortunate. Luckily, one of my two friends that were with me was not living so far away, about 2 kilometers or so away from the flat from the one who invited us. And so we walked there, and all of us slept in his apartment. So I did couch surfing again, and I haven't really. Well, you don't plan for doing couch. Well, you can plan for it, but as I just said, we planned to take a cab back home. So I thought, okay, I would be at home. I can watch the Formula One race in the morning because it started at 8 a.m. But this then was not the case, and so I luckily also prepared this, or I wanted to be prepared just in the case that something like this happens. So I recorded the race, and it was good. It was really worth it. But it's interesting that it happened again. That this time we even had a plan to get back home, but it hasn't worked out. So that's interesting, and I mean, this is also neat. This looks super cool. It's interesting that those things still happen to us. I mean, it sounds a little bit more like what you would expect from normal students, young people doing crazy things, but apparently we maybe haven't grown up yet or so. But this was really cool. This was really a nice evening, and I really enjoyed it. So, and that's all what counts. And so speaking of the food, it was really interesting. I mean, we had 2 salads, a lot of meat, and some sausages, some corn, all the fun stuff you need for a barbecue evening. And it was really good. Was pretty interesting, and also quite funny because my friend who invited us, his son is 3 years old or so. So he really entertained us. He really entertained us until he, at some point, had to go to bed. And wow, this little guy has some energy. He has a lot of energy, and this was cool. This was really exciting. I was also a little bit surprised because his son does not know me that well. I mean, we saw us from time to time at work, but I've never been at his place, so this was interesting that he was not super scared or anything like this, what you normally would expect, that they are a little bit more hesitant and careful. So this was interesting, and as I said, a lot of fun. So this was basically my my Saturday. I in the morning was preparing the salad and doing some other household chores that had to be done. Then afternoon and evening the event. So cool day, really cool day. Today I, as I just said, watched the Formula One race after getting back home, and later this day I want to meet up with a different friend to once again sit a little bit at the banks of the river, the Main, and enjoy a little bit the good weather, because we have sunshine. It's really nice weather. It's not too warm for me, so that's good. And I think this will be relaxing, because just sitting around or so after such a late and long evening is really what I need to regain some energy and to get ready and prepared for the next work week to start, which, well, will be tomorrow, unfortunately. Oh man, then the craziness continues. Speaking of craziness, the seminar, the other seminar this time was just pedagogy students, was okayish. Look at what we found. We just had to decide, okay, we are turning around, we are going back home, and suddenly, hey, there's a Mesa biome. Of course. This, of course, had to happen. This was just, it's how things are, I guess. Oh man, but that's cool. We found a Mesa biome, finally we found one. We just had to turn around. I think I would have found one even earlier if I would have said, okay, it's time to go back home, let's do this. Then I might have encountered one earlier. So that's cool. Now we can do some proper exploration and a search for some mines. But first I need to sleep, so let's do this. Yeah, the seminar was just pedagogy students, was okay. It was a little bit yeah, as you know, we do it together, so there are rails. This is awesome. There's some wood which I don't need. I need to think what things I need to, or what things I can leave behind to grab all the rails I like to grab. Yeah, and my colleague, at least from my point of view, scared them a little bit by throwing so many information at them at once that they were just confused, and toward the end of the seminar they looked a little bit scared and unhappy about what they selected, because oh no, they have to design an application with Unity and programming and software developing and stuff. So they looked really scared, and I at least managed to turn things around by using some more relaxed analogies and giving them new recipes unlocked. Who knew? And giving them some different perspectives that things aren't that dramatic and that they will have a lot of help. So this was good, but it's also a little bit problematic when you have to do those things and when you have to correct your colleague or so, which has protection, but a lot of rails, which is awesome. Can I? Yes, I can. Certainly can. Okay, I need a couple more rails. Can I leave something behind? I could leave the alliums behind at some point. Yes, let's do this. I like to have more. Just like to have more. Okay, I think I used this way out already, so let's go this way. Ooh, hi, guy. Okay, let's just juke this guy. There's another thing. What do we have up here? This is super interesting. Is there a thing? This might have been a thing, a spawner. That's cool. Spawner that never worked. Ooh, and another golden apple. Cool. Let's grab all the torches. There. And all the rails. Rails. All the good stuff. Yeah, I think this normally would have been a spawner, but something went wrong with the terrain generation, so that's okay. Still looks interesting. It still looks interesting to see a super large thing. And but yeah, what I initially wanted to say, it's a little bit problematic when you, but on the other hand, it's maybe good to get input from various perspectives for the student, that they, well, can speak and understand the languages of the different. Ooh, even some iron, nice. Of the different disciplines. But yeah, this happened on Wednesday. The week was crazy in terms of time spent at work. I think I had 10-hour days, 11-hour days. So it was okay. Now I have 4 full stacks of forward rail, activator rail, detector rail. I like to keep those rails. Yes, I'm full now. Cool. The expedition was a success. Or can I leave? Well, maybe the carrot. I think the carrot is not that important. Let's leave the carrot behind and have a 5th stack of rails. I mean, that's why I'm here. So I should grab as much as I can, I guess. Yeah, crazy week in terms of time spent at university. This was really a little bit too much, but yeah, I think at least 10-hour days. So I'm excited how the next week will be, the upcoming week. I think it will be a little bit similar, because there are still a lot of things left to be done, which is just mental. It's just crazy, but yeah, it is what it is. Okay, this guy has a bad day. I think that's all I wanted to say so far, or that happened since the last episode, so I can use the time to discuss a little bit the question or topic raised by Frank Drebin. Frank asked, also, I'm curious if you tried to play multiplayer games for channel. As far as I know, there's only Coffee Break with powers, but it's not really multiplayer. Salty Dog series isn't truly multiplayer either. There's problem with time, people, suitable games. Well, I made a lot of advertisement in the past for the Conelanders Racing League, as we did the Assetto Corsa races. Those were really multiplayer races. They were super cool. They were really exciting, and I had a lot of fun creating those videos, those races. It was really awesome, and you still can find them. Conelanders still exist, but well, the main problem is most of them, or the core part, are Americans, so they live in different time zones, which is problematic for me, because I'm not living in their time zone, and as a result of this, it's hard for me to really snap. How to do this? I can grab some wood. I need 2. No, I need 2 wood. Right. Yeah, so it's hard for me to continue being part of their races. And what do I wanted to say? So yes, well, this is the main problem, and this also leads to the real problem why there are not many multiplayer games on my side. It's just a problem that I'm currently, as you just heard, as I described my last week, that it was a super busy week with so many basically just being at university, getting home, I'm tired, and grab some lunch and go to bed, or so watch some TV, watch some episodes of a series or so, and then go to bed. And hey, we have a neat overview over the scenery, which is cool. And so there are not many chances to really do proper multiplayer, because it's mostly time. I think time is really the critical thing why I don't have so much multiplayer content. Suitable games is probably the least problem. I mean, it would be all the time, hey, what is this over there? This looks interesting. I'd like to investigate this one. I think it's pretty easy to find a game which is suitable and which is great if you really have the right group. And this brings me to another problem. As I said, I, from the Conelanders, have a lot of friends in the States, which is great, but they have, well, they live in a different time zone, so they are not available when I'm available, and vice versa, which creates a huge problem. And the next thing is language. I mean, I really like to create English content, so this would be good with my American friends, but Silk Touch. This, of course, is also tempting. Silk Touch. Is there something else I can leave behind? Now it's really getting problematic. I mean, I could leave the stakes here. No, the emeralds. Well, I think stakes, leaving stakes behind is the best thing to do. So let's take this Silk Touch with us. I'm still excited about this thing. I think this is part of a mine shaft which just generated up there and is now exposed, which looks super cool. It looks like the start of a bridge or so. But yeah, so I like to create English content. People living here around, I mean, I don't even have someone I know in real life that would really like to join me creating YouTube videos. This thing is cool. Not as impressive as I hoped it would be, but it looked interesting. It looked interesting from the distance, so that's neat. Yeah, I don't really even know someone who would be interested in doing those things, and even if there would be someone, it's problematic from. I mean, they need to speak English then, and this, of course, raises the next problem that would arise, because they then have to speak English, and I'm not quite sure how easy this would be to find good players who speak English then and can do all those things. So yeah, it's basically a combination of having not enough time. I mean, I'm just recording those few episodes I'm currently releasing when I have some time, and there's no clear schedule for recording them, and yeah, so time is a huge problem, and players I can play together with is a huge problem. I mean, the player problem also is a result of the time problem. So in the end, you can say, yeah, the main problem is just time. I don't have time. So I think that's the answer to this topic. I just don't have time or so, which is a little bit sad. But yeah, maybe things will change a little bit in the future. So we will see about this. But yeah, this concludes this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you found it interesting, and I hope you will be joining me in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, my name is Sebbi. See you. Thank you.